no cold one, so.
Uh-oh. Well, this is going to be probably a half an hour of me trying to figure out why I'm like that. Don't leave.
I gotta look to see what it looks like.
Yikes. Guys, hi Arthur. My head's kind of squished, but I'm trying to figure it out. Bear with me here for a second. Yikes. Oh my gosh, I just popped up on the TV. Yeah. So, hi Luann. I'm trying to fix my screen.
In OBS. It's in the settings.
It's in OBS. It's in the settings, I'm being told. So we are gonna, I don't even know if I can do this during a live, but let's.
Nope.
Oh boy.
It's not under audio.
I know I'm squished. Hold on. Hi Liz.
Go to stream. On the left. Up.
Oh, here.
No. General?
Ignore streaming.
No.
No, channel. General.
See, I forgot that one little box that we checked.
Advanced. Hold on. Yikes. Hi Liz, how are you?
I mean, at this point, you just need to put the settings back to what it was, and if people don't like it, then oh well.
I can't.
You're gonna have to stop the stream and restart it.
Okay, I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere, okay? I will be right back. Will it automatically connect to YouTube, Jay?
Not sure. Yeah, you're up. You're on.
I am?
You're on.
Oh, I'm on. Okay. Well, it's still vertical, but we're not smushed. I'm going to have to figure out how to go back for YouTube another time. But for now, we're not squished. So I apologize if I'm still in a vertical. I can see there. But I think because it's bigger, you can still see. Thank you, Liz. So I'm just going to continue on from here. So I found this bird in my room. I believe it's from Michael's. I probably got them on clearance. They usually have the US, Canada, and Art Minds brand there. And I started painting him because I wasn't sure if I could. I've never painted ceramic before, and I wanted to kind of get started on the delicate areas, and I'll pretty much show you how I did this to get this section as I go along on the bird. But he's not the only thing that I'm going to do. I'm going to try to get some greenery in him as well. Yeah, I'm trying to appease everyone. Thanks, Charlene. Hi. Hi, Fabi. How are you? I'm not on my phone. I'm on OBS, and I'm trying to appease everyone between Facebook and YouTube. And the settings are really more technical, I guess I should say, than just something I can do on my phone. It's more of like a behind-the-scenes settings thing in OBS, and I need to figure that out. So I have some Spanish moss here. My Dollar Trees are out of it, so I had to go to Michael's. My husband went to Michael's a little while ago and grabbed me some. And I was fine all day today. And then about an hour before, I started feeling really wonky, off, like, and was sick in the bathroom. So bear with me as I get back into what I was doing here. I have 3 different kinds of flowers I want to show you ahead of time in case I don't get to it. So I'll show you up here. I have this greenery, which I think I'm doing this, along with, I don't think this is lilac, I think it's lavender, a couple of sprigs of that. Or this is more like what my grandma used to keep on her porch. And I can't think of what it's called, but she always had a hanging basket with these things in it, these really bright color buds with the big leaves on them like that. If you know what these are called, let me know in the comments. So I've got that, and I've got my bird. He's a planter, and he actually had a little yellow sticker on his wing that said paint me, and I'm like, oh well, spring is for the birds, so I can paint the bird, right? And he just kind of perfectly rests on his tail, so I can show you the front there. You can't find it either. There must be something going on. Oh, thanks, Tami. It's my life. Geraniums, yes, Charlene, thank you. That's exactly what I was trying to think of. Geraniums. My grandma had them, and somehow she kept them going all spring and summer long. And I mean, granted, she was out there pruning them every day up on her little step ladder, and she had some hanging high, and she had some low on the, it wasn't a rail, her porch had like a wall on the front of it, and she had planters there that she kept some in, and woo! Oh, see? So it's a grandma thing. I had to sneeze, and it was like right there, but, and then because it's spring is for the birds, I don't know if you've ever seen this, but my best friend who lives in Maryland does a lot of gardening, and I used to as well, but my knees don't let me do it anymore. I try to do it in the house now, but it doesn't fare well. So I have this little bird, and I don't know if you've seen this, but my girlfriend will send me pictures of her plants. She's got like some hanging pots, and every year, I don't know if it's the same bird, I don't know if it's a different bird, I'm not really sure, but every year a bird will come and make a nest in her planter. And I thought, okay, so I can have a bird planter with a bird nest in it with a bird in it, right? Why not? So we're gonna have double birds here when it's all said and done. So I may stick with the geraniums, but I'm not sure if that color clashes with the bluebird color. So I have a picture of a bluebird that I'm using as kind of like a just as a reference for color, because I thought robins had that red breast, that I guess maybe robins have red, but I thought it was more orangey like, and bluebirds have the orange. So trying to work with an orange that's kind of a Halloween orange, but I'm adding a lot of white to it. So oh, Charlene, yeah, see, so they know that it's like a kind of like a sheltered area because the flowers are overhead or the plant is overhead, right? So that kind of protects them, huh? And hush it over there. Whose life is it anyway? Anyway, so, oh, okay. All right. Thanks, Bobby. So thanks, Liz. So, anyway, I'm gonna get back to painting this, and we're gonna go ahead, and I've got my water, I've got my paint palettes here going on, which you can't see. I've got my blues. I haven't touched into the gray yet. I'm not sure I will. And I've got that orange that I keep adding white to as I add it to the bird. So the blues that I'm using are a dark blue by Craft Smart. That's Michael's, I think. and an ink spot by Folk Art. So you can see how dark these are, and I'm really lightening them up with white. And then black, and then the orange that I used is pumpkin. So, and that's Hobby Lobby's, Anita's, I think this is Anita's craft paint. Yeah, Anita's right there. So I'm using all of those, and the brown that I'm using is burnt umber. And we're just going to go ahead, and I'm going to get busy with the blue because he's mostly blue, and I'm going to come back and finish the chest with the orange, and the orange kind of goes down a little bit under the wing here, and then the rest of his belly is white over here. But everything is blue, but I want to get different shades because you can see all the different feathers and the texture on the side here. And of course the tail is blue too. The underside is mostly white, so his little booty will probably be blue, but like a very light blue with mostly white down in here. Excuse me, sir. So I'm gonna move my bird aside. What's that?
You're 15 minutes in already.
I'm 15 minutes in already. Thank you, Mr. Time.
Go ahead.
I'm going.
You're
I'm not gonna have enough time. Do you see why I'm stressed, y'all? I'm not gonna have enough time. All right, so I'm just getting my blues. He thinks I'm not doing anything, but I'm actually doing something. All right. No, they're talking to me, so I'm talking back. Okay, so we're gonna have a bird planner with some things, and we're not sure what things yet. And you can see I kind of left off over here, but I'm gonna go in. I've got white and blue on my brush. Well, I've got more blue on that side, but it kind of blended in over here, and that's why. So I'm actually going to lay down that side first, a little bit awkward, but I want you to see how it just kind of blends in and gives a feathery look. And then I just come in and fill in those little areas and brush back over it. So it gives that feathered look, and then I'll come back in and I'll grab some of the darker blue. So I've got some of that darker blue on my brush, and I'll come up here and get that in there as well. I used to be so afraid of painting, y'all. So very afraid. But I've watched so many painters that I just decided one day that I was gonna just put my feet in and wade in the water and see if I could actually do it. And it's very relaxing, which is good for me right now. I need to relax some. My body doesn't like it when I get all stressed out. So going over that, don't fill in the little gaps. I have to, it'll be white. Oh, Mom, oh my gosh. We're about to fight, y'all. I don't want it to be solid, which is why I go back into the blue. It's a process, Jay. Somebody come beat this boy up for me. You're what? Nothing. He's mad at me because I'm not leaving the little streaks. I have to fill in the gaps. Yes, I do. I can hear you. Ooh, he shut his door. He's mad. The abuse I take. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I really am. Okay, so I just want to let me get some of this other blue in here and kind of mix it up a little, like so. So that's what he wanted. He wanted some of that blue in there, and he wants the white left. It's not his bird, though. Guys. Cracks knuckles. Thank you, Father. You have no idea. I need it. Girl, with child and all, cracking your knuckles over there. That's funny. So funny. So I need to leave the breast area and just get some of these colors mixed on here like this. We're going to go back and do that breast in orange. You're funny. You're too funny. You have to trust the process. I hear painters say that all the time. Trust the process. And that's what I didn't used to do. I didn't used to trust the process. I used to just freak out when it was all blending together, and I didn't trust the process. I'm not concerned about getting anything on that styrofoam because we know that's going to be covered, right? All right, so I'm going to go a little bit, my blue paint is really thick, very, very, very thick. I'm going to smush that down a little bit. I don't want to get too much in my brush, but it's very, very thick. I need to get more. Oh, and let me tell you, the type of brush that you choose, as well as the type of paint matters. So this is ceramic, right? And I noticed when I started painting his eyes, I was using acrylic paint, and it literally was not adhering well. So I had to go back, and I took my black chalk paint. I don't have a whole lot of different colors in my chalk paint, but so it's lighter as it comes to the back, but I kind of want the tips to be a little darker, so I'm going to blend in from the lighter over here and then get more dark and blend it towards the top. So I can add that dark to the tip and then blend it in with a little bit of lighter. And a little bit of dark blue got over there, and that's fine because the feathers are not going to be like a perfect color. It's gonna be like a blend of colors. But I don't want it to look like a paintbrush either. So that's what we have for the tail so far. And I really want to get the tip of that even darker. Like his little wings hit the sun and darken up a little. Or maybe it should be the opposite. They lighten up. I know my hair tends to lighten up what little bit I have left when it's summertime. But I literally have not had my hair dyed probably in about a year now. And I'm letting my natural color grow out. So what you see is my natural color here right now. And I did say I was going to go lighter on the back. So as I blend this down on the back side here, I'm going to, you can't see what I'm doing. Oh, I'm so bad. Okay, let me turn him on his non-painted side. I tend to do that a lot, y'all. I tend to pick it up, bring it to me, and then y'all can't see what I'm doing. So I'm putting a little bit of that darker up at the tip of his tail. And then I'm gonna grab some white and some of that lighter blue and bring it down till it gets white over here. Grab some of the white and then just pull down from there, from that dark spot. See if I can tip him upside down for a better view. Now my hand's gonna block it. Okay. It's drying really fast, so if you're gonna blend, you have to work quick. I'm gonna go whiter so that it's even lighter as we go down. Let's see what we have. I'm gonna try this real quick because I know I have to blend in this area over here, which I may be able to. Since his underside is whiter. Whoops, with the wrong color there. His underside is whiter, but I want to get all of this going in the same direction at some point, so. It all blends in. All right, let's try this and see what we have so I can hold him. And even if I only finish him at this point, it's a bird, it's a plane. I hadn't planned on painting the bottom, but I may take that sticker off and go ahead and do that. Doesn't sound like much, this dryer, does it? Pretty sure his front side and his sides are enough that I can, maybe not, that I can, at least this side is, that now I can work on this. And what's tricky is trying to get this part up here to come down and in, so that as I'm coming around, I'm gonna blend in the colors from the angle that the sides are going in, which is this side swipe that I'm doing right here. So that needs to come down, but it also needs to blend in with his little behind feathers. I'm so zoomed in with this that it doesn't take much for it to go off the screen. I promise this is all going to come together. I'm just kind of going in with the white up at the top here to give it that downward look. I'm gonna add a little bit of a darker hue over here. Well, that's not darker. kind of losing my coloring a little bit, so I'm gonna mix some of this blue with the white and get that middle blue color that I'm looking for. Thank you, Fabi. Okay. So he's whiter towards the bottom, so I want to blend out some of this darker color as I go to the back under his wing here. Why am I not getting my blue? I want my blue back. I might need to clean my brush off here in a second. Okay. This is not a good video for me to take from and pull because I'm going off screen too much. I apologize. All right, so his wing is darker, which is what I was looking for. All right, let me dry this. Put my brush over here for a second. Dry this. So is everyone ready for Easter? I got a package off yesterday to my daughter. Oh, look at him from the top. He's cute. Tweet, tweet. I might be able to go back in and blend that out a little bit better, coming down. And then I need to do the orange in the front. Let's see if I can get this off real quick. It's already lifting. I don't know what that is. Something purple. I think he purpled on it, on the paper. He did something purple. Okay. There's that little area around his eye. So I'm going to grab a smaller brush and I'm going to try to get that deeper blue over here. I need to wet my brush. Dry it out on me. But I don't want it wet wet. I just don't want it stiff. I'm just going to work on his eye over here for a minute, if I can get him to stand up again like he did before. Is he in shot? Yeah, there he is. So how you get the acrylic paint to kind of one of the nice things about acrylic paint actually is that you can mess up all you want and it's fixable. But how you get it to not have that like see-through look and be more blended See how that's coming out kind of? No, you don't. Try to roll away. You can see through it. To avoid that, you dry it and then go back over it. So it's happening right there. Let me show you. It's happening right here, and it's happening right there, is what I'm talking about. So I'm just going to dry it, and now I'm going to take my bigger brush, and I'm going to grab some of that lighter blue. That's too light. Once it's dry, that top coat will totally cover for you. I am going to go back in darker so that it blends better. I just kind of want to get this top coat on, but I'm running out of paint on my brush. Okay. I'm going to wet my brush. It's actually kind of cute, the lighter color under his eye. See if I can blend it and make it look a little better. My Martha brushes are turning, they're turning blue, the bristles. Okay. No, I am not getting the color that I want here. Let's see if this works. Still got too much white in it. I had it so perfectly earlier. It was blending real well. For some reason my eye's not. Maybe I need a little bit of this darker color with the white. Yeah, that's the one I'm looking for. I'm mixing the wrong blue in with the white. I'm sorry. So it's this darker blue over here. Let's see. Yeah. And there's like this natural curve on his face that I'm trying to just go with. And I just got it on the white part and I got it on the black of his eye, but that's okay because, like I said, it's acrylic paint, so all of it is fixable. And all of the little streaks are fine as well. Alright. So we've kind of got that same color blue going on now. So now I'm going to put my brush aside. I'm going to grab the brush that I used for his eyeball earlier. Which is a round brush. And I'm just going to put a little bit on the tip and go in here. Rest my finger on his nose, on his beak, and just touch that up. And now I don't have white out. Yes, I do. What am I saying? I have white out. Let's see. I'm gonna just grab another round brush like that, but maybe a little bit smaller, so I can get the white part of his eye. probably should have done the white first. I'm shaking because my hand is shaking. I didn't even paint this part white. It's literally the color of the ceramic. But because I made a mistake, I'm going back to fix it with white paint. Just a tiny bit of black paint. So up after me is Annie with Crafting with Indiana Jones. I'm usually on the ball with that kind of stuff. And I hadn't mentioned that yet. I have, let me unpin that Tami is coming up next because she's not. Let me find the correct pin for you guys. There she is. Just a walking down the streets and up next is Annie. Oh wow, totally didn't copy what I told it to. And I will pin that for you. That is who is coming up next. It's pinned up at the top. Now, back to my little bird here. I'm going to grab the brush that I used with the white paint. And I'm going to grab some of this blue. And just kind of touch up under his eye a little bit. He looks like he's got eyeliner on. I actually might just leave that line like that. I kind of like it. I could go with some over here as well. Got a little eyeliner or something on. So now his eyes have that little bit of lighter blue underneath like that. You can literally do anything you want, guys. There's nothing holding you to any specific format of painting this. So let me mix up a little more of my blue over here in the middle. And then wipe my brush off and go into this color with a little touch of the white and the dark, if I can grab some. starting to dry on me.
You got 15 minutes.
I know. Okay. I don't want, okay, how do I want to grab him? So, huh? What, Jay? Nothing. Blue is drying on me. I think that's what's happening, yes. I don't want to mess up his face. A little bit of white mixed in here. And then definitely whiter as we get down to the belly area here. But still keeping that blue hue to it. And just blending that in as we go back. So it can always look like a hot mess when you're doing this, but the end is what you need to be worried about. That's the part that you need to start worrying about, what the end finishing touch looks like. So I'm gonna go in and get all of these little nooks, and then I'm gonna do my final strokes over the top of that, because that is what messes up the strokes. So I'm just going with the flow of his wings like that. And see how it got some dark down here? That's fine. It's all gonna blend in. He's gonna be cutie. Blend it back up to his tail and around the corner. Making sure to get the underside of these little feathers here. And then just come over here and pull this blue into the rest of it. And then I'm going to kind of blend the orange over top of this. Okay. Alright, let me grab my orange. How's everyone hanging with me? Burb. Yes, for some reason, my granddaughter and my son call them burbs with a B. Thanks, Charlene. I love that you guys come and watch us every week. We are starting back up on every week. All right, so here's my brush that had the orange on it, and it's all stiff and not ready for me to paint with. So if I only finish the bird, I will definitely post a picture for you. But I think I gave you a general idea of what my plans were by putting a little nest in there. And I'm gonna mix this up. I sprayed a tiny bit of water on it, and that's gonna just give me a basis of, like a thinner paint. And I may or may not dip into, I'm gonna grab a tiny bit of white on my brush. So you can see where I touched it on the orange there. This is what my brush looks like. I'm gonna load up a little more orange, like so. So I've got the orange and I've got that little bit of white up on the top. Now let me see, let me get this black paint out of the way. If I can tip him back and show you what I'm about to do. So when I started using these brush strokes like this, because I kind of wanted that effect on his chest of just the orange kind of going off the brush, blending in with the blue just a little bit. He definitely has some defined areas, like the blue and the orange don't blend completely. He has some defined areas of white. Get him over here so you can see him. Of white and orange. There's not a lot of orange mixed in with the blue, except for maybe a little bit of yellow by the beak, or a little bit of orange up in this area here. So now I'm going to go in the other direction, right around and under his beak here. I still have my brush pretty loaded, so I'm just going to go with it. Come up under here and go down. Now he's definitely got that defined orange on his chest. And going down into the side. I'm gonna load up my brush again. I'm gonna dry him off first. What that does is it sets the paint so that you can do another layer, because I want to blend this down under his wing just a little bit and then go into white before it starts back blue again. You can see the blue is kind of showing through a little there on the bottom. Yep, thank you. Okay, so that once that is dry and you go back over it with the brush, you can see that that's covering the blue underneath. So just like that. Now I'm going to grab some of that white. I'm going to, with the orange still on my brush, I'm just going to pull that back and feather it into the blue. Grab a little more orange. Just bring it down so we can blend that in a little more. Like that. And the more you work your brush, the more you're going to get that blending effect. So if you want it to be more white, as you come back in this area, you're going to add just a little more white. And go back as far as you want with that white. Just keep blending it in. Grab a little more orange. Come back. adding white and orange to this area to just kind of get that white blended in really well. And I think at this point you can kind of tell how he's going to turn out. Getting more orange on my brush and just blending that out. So we have happy little trees like Mr. Bob would like them. I'm going to grab a smaller brush. I need to clean it. So I'm definitely not going to finish. I have 6 minutes left. But I think you get the idea, and I'm going to show you the bird. And I will be posting a picture for you all in Crafty Creators Community, which I haven't even mentioned this evening. Thank you, Tami and Kristy. And we will be posting our pictures on that event page. Alright, let me grab my blue brush back and show you how I'm gonna real quick grab some of this blue and white right here to kind of get this blended in a little bit better back here. Just trying to dull that down just a little bit, that line.
5 minutes?
Yep, thank you. Just dulling that line down a little and blending the colors together to give it that more natural look. Going towards the back there. You can even add a splash of orange back here if you wanted to. So that is what the bottom is looking like. Let me put my paint aside for a moment. Grab some Spanish moss. Why not? Yikes. I used super glue to close it, guys. Bird is the word. He was all mean to me before, y'all. Don't laugh at him. Okay. So, our little bird, wow, this is so fresh it feels rubbery almost. Our little bird is going to say, wow, I can build a nest under here. And look, it's kind of already made for me, like with all this stuff, right? And he's just going to kind of nestle in down amongst, he could sit on the tail or even on the bird's head, amongst the moss. And then we're going to add I'm not going to add anything because we can't find our snippers. Okay, then we're going to add some greenery. And he feels like he's sheltered in there, right? And of course, there's going to be a whole lot more, but I want to kind of give you the general idea and hold him up to the camera. Our bird is falling. Our bird is falling. So he's going to have his Spanish moss nest in there, and he's going to be nestled all amongst the flowers that I put in here. But I think the bird in and of itself came out pretty good. Not bad for a first time painting ceramics. I missed some spots over here. I have to grab that and blend. But I think from this side you can see we're looking pretty good on this side, right? He's got the white. I may even do more white down on the underbelly here in the front. But this side needs a little bit more work, and I killed the bird. He fell out of the nest. Sorry. Don't fall. Please don't fall. Okay. So I'm gonna do the same on this side that I did on this side, and I will post a final picture. It is 7:59. Please, please, please click the link above. Hit the like on your way out. If you will, please hit the thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. And thank you guys. Thank you for the compliments. Head on over to see Miss Indy Annie Jones. You're gonna love her. She's hysterical. I love watching her. I love watching all my peeps. I do. I love them all. So God bless you all. Have a good night, and thank you for hanging in there with me tonight. I've got to go fix my bird now. I'll see you later. Remember, spring is for the birds. Watch Tammy's already gone. Watch Kristy after Annie, okay? See you there.